Thank you for watching AM Northwest this morning. Here to help us keep out of those dreaded dead-end relationships, we welcome back marriage and family therapist Kelly Hoffman.
Hey,
good to see
Helen,
you.
it's so good to see you too.
So two really good people can get caught up in a bad dead-end relationship, right?
This is the hardest thing when I work with people in their dating relationships. They'll talk about being in a relationship for 2 years, 3 years, and they're like, you know, he was a great guy. I don't know what was wrong. And really what it was if you're not compatible in a relationship way, even if the other person's a good person, it's not a good fit. And so I always train people or try and ingrain in them this idea that there's a type of person that is going to be a great fit for you. They're going to be a great person and they're going to be a great fit for you. Because what happens is we say, well, this person is wonderful, she's wonderful, he's wonderful, so I should be able to make it work. But that's not always the case.
How do you define a dead-end relationship?
Great question.
You've been dating them for 6, 7 years. It's not going any further?
Basically, any relationship that isn't making you happy, bringing you joy in the dating. Now, this is different than marriage, and people get confused with marriage advice and dating advice. Dating is very different. Dating is a shopping. Best analogy I can make for it. It's obviously a little deeper than that. I'm not trying to trivialize it, but it's more of a shopping experience.
Sure.
Marriage is an investment experience, but people start doing the investing before they've actually picked the right fit for them. It's kind of like going to the car lot and saying, I want a car. Well, you might end up with a car that suits your needs, but you also might end up with something that's not as gas effective as you want, or you need a truck and you end up with something too small.
Right.
You just need to make sure you know what your needs are. So a dead-end relationship is something where you're just spinning your wheels and you're never feeling nurtured, you're never feeling connected, you're never feeling that great experience of having someone who has your back and you have a loving, connected relationship.
You say don't get sidetracked by potential.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds like usually women say, well, I can change him. Just give me a little time.
Well, and a lot of people don't recognize that they're trying to change them, because what happens is they see the best in someone.
Right.
They truly see the best in someone, so they say, all right, well, this is who they really are. But there's a difference between someone's potential to be their best selves and someone's ability to show up as their best selves. And one of my favorite teachers in graduate school would say, you know, your clients are just doing great impressions of being a jerk. They're not actually jerks. I'm like, and that stuck with me because everyone has the potential to show up better, but not everybody is capable of showing up their best self right now. So when you're telling yourself, there's so much potential, our relationship has so much potential, that could be true, but whatever the other person is actually doing right now is the reality. All the other stuff is a fantasy that only exists in your mind.
Wow. Okay, and then you also say stop believing that if you work harder, the other person will change or respond to all of that.
In every relationship, every situation in life, except for relationships, people know that if they put the time in, they invest their effort, they're going to get a degree. If they work harder, they're going to get, do better at their job. They're going to get, if they put effort in, they're going to get something out.
Sure.
When you're in a relationship, it's two things. So if you can imagine being, two people pulling on a sled, if one person's doing all the work, no matter how hard you pull, you're still going to pull in circles around the person that's not doing it.
Right.
So it's really a hard shift because a lot of people are really hard workers and they think, it's worked for me in every other scenario. I just need to work harder. But it's not always the case if the other person isn't doing their share of the pulling.
You say one of the things you need to do is just get clear about what you want to do in your life.
Yeah, so those are all the 3 don'ts to stay out of the dead-end relationship. But the ways I counsel people and work with people to get a great relationship with what I call a phenomenal fit partner for them, is you get really clear about what you want. You develop a strategy and learn dating skills, not relationship skills. You shouldn't be reading relationship books if you're dating.
Right.
Relationship skills are a high level of investment, and that's not where you should be in dating. And finally, one of my clients used this term when we were working together, and it just stuck with me. She's like, not my monkey, not my circus. And I don't even know what that means, but it just stuck in my brain.
Right.
So you own what is your stuff, and you just let the other stuff go. Like I'll have people that say, I went on a date and the man got up and left, he said he was going to the bathroom, and like, who does that? And they'll be traumatized for that for a couple weeks.
Like they feel they somehow caused it when they had nothing to do with it.
They had nothing to do with it. So if it's not your monkey, not your circus, just thank you, Jesus, God, whatever, that I'm not dealing with this.
Right. All good tips. Kelly, thank you so much. We'll put the information on our website at katu.com.